It's the fire that will bring the fragrance up. So even if you say, God, I'm serving you, and you don't have fire, God will not accept it. My life is a sacrifice, but God has put some zeal into it so I can accept it. Because what God smells is the fragrance of the burnt offering. A offering is not accepted until it is burning. Are you burning? And yet you say every time, God accept me. Why should I accept you? You're not burning. It's when you burn, I can smell you. I say, I like this. Sometimes I smell foul odor. Why? Because that sacrifice is mixed with bitterness, unforgiveness, slander, and gossip. So those things pollute your offering before the Lord. So when God smells that, he says, this is a foul smell. Why? Because what you're giving to me is not pure. You have so much bitterness, so much hatred in you, so much unforgiveness, so much slander and gossip. So you are saying, God, accept me. No, I don't accept such offerings. I get happy when you say to me, after that service on Sunday, I was drawn to him in worship. That's good. After that sermon on Wednesday, I was drawn to him in service. That's good. That's a fragrance I would like you to perceive and smell in my life. And there are many people here that should draw men to God. Let men come and say, I knew you were a believer. Why? Because in the office I've observed you for 2 months. The way you do things, you smell right. When Cain gave his offering, it was not smelling nice. When Abel gave his offering, it smelled nice. God said, I love it. To smell of a beautiful fragrance. This is lovely. It's a beautiful scent. This is lovely. Same with God. He still wants to accept us, and we must burn before we can smell. Did you get that? Write it down. You must burn before you can smell. All of us want to smell. We want God to accept us, but we're not burning. What is missing is a fire. We must burn. That's why I call burnt offering. You must burn. Present to me offering that is acceptable. You must be on fire. Be zealous for God. You must burn. You must burn before you can smell. You're not smelling right or wrong because you're not burning. We're not on fire for Jesus. Every time you see fire in scriptures, I don't want to set up strange fire in church. There are different churches, different priests who have strange fires, and those things God will not accept them. Isaiah chapter 6. I'll read quite a lot of verses. I'll give you 4 or 5 steps to burning for Jesus. Are you ready? Are you ready? In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord sitting on a throne, high and lifted up, and the train of his robe filled the temple. Note the word temple. Above it stood seraphims. Each had 6 wings. With 2 he covered his face, with 2 he covered his feet, with 2 he flew. And one cried to another, said, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. And the posts of the door were shaken by the voice of him who cried out, and the house was filled with smoke. Note the word house. How the temple voice can affect your house on earth. In verse 1 it says the temple. In verse 4 it goes to the house. The things that come from the temple, the presence of God, should affect the house that you stay. Your temple. There is a human temple called my house, my life, my marriage. But the voice that comes and thunders from the temple should shake the post of the doors of my house and should fill the place with smoke. The train and the glory of his temple, the voice that comes from his presence from the pulpit on a Sunday basis should affect that body of mine, that life of mine, the house that I live in. Some houses are not shaken because there's no voice from the temple. There's no visions of heaven. Am I communicating? Let's continue. So I said, woe is me, for I am undone, because I'm a man of unclean lips. I dwell in the midst of a people of unclean lips. Mine eyes have seen the King, the Lord of hosts. A tale of 2 kings. Then one of the seraphim flew to me after I said that, and in his hand a live coal, a coal of fire, which he had taken with tongues from the altar that was burning. He touched my mouth with it and said, remember Acts chapter 2? Tongues of fire. He picked up coals of fire. Where did he touch? My mouth, my lips. The proof of genuine revival must be perceived from our lips. My lips shall give praise, even in affliction and trouble. My lips shall give worship, even when I don't have money. Not gossip, not slander. And touched my lips.